It's Tyler Wolf hanging his arm out the window, hoping that he doesn't go head on with somebody while he's driving the diesel truck.
My name is Chris Isenhouer. I'm 26 years old. I drive the Heatwave Visual Ford F100. And currently we're prepping it to go to the Holly LS Fest in Vegas.
I'm Nick Isenhouer, 29 years old. We're currently building an Everson Performance 6100 chassis. Our very first desert race was October 2007.
MDR FUD 250.
Yeah. Off-road racing for us, we got sucked into it by our dad. We grew up riding dirt bikes and going to the desert, and we were always really intrigued by the trucks and all that. And then when I was 14 years old, I actually bought this truck, and then it kind of slowly progressed and escalated into the truck that we raced originally.
The F100 is a 1400 truck, or 1450 truck. And the 1450 class is a class that is ruled by steel cab, working doors, and that's really it.
We started getting real serious in 2012, I think. We started racing HDRA. It was like the first time sportsman racing kind of got a little bit of the limelight. As a driver, your job is to
keep the truck in one piece and get us around the race course safely, knowing when to go fast, when to go slow, reading lines and stuff like that.
And then my job as a navigator is to make sure he's making progress on the race course, making passes, but also not being too risky, not breaking parts.
Finding the smooth lines, making sure the truck vitals and everything are working properly, like everything that's going on inside the truck that I won't necessarily need to be thinking about because he's in the passenger seat telling me exactly what he's doing. Right when we took like the professional jump in racing, we kind of dropped that name, and that's where the whole Isenhouer Brothers Racing came about.
And I think the first time we got rid of it was when we had somebody come in and pay for the door. Once we realized that there was the potential for more support to go racing, we realized how valuable that door was, and unfortunately selling that door to somebody trumped us putting our own name on the door. The very first person to ever support us was Greg Parker at Competitive Metals. He came to us when we were kids, reached out and wanted to help and offered to pay for all of our fuel to go racing. Competitive Metals was on our bedside of the trucks for years. Currently, and for the last 4 years, our biggest supporters, Justin and Doug at Heatwave, they take care of a lot. Everything from just doing content and videos to our gear, our apparel, our suits, our helmets. Social media is a giant role in what we do. It's so hard to spectate an off-road race. You have to go into the middle of the desert and you have to sit for 4 hours, or you open up Instagram and you can catch the highlight reels and see all the cool stuff.
It's so hot right now.
Typical race weekend. It goes the week before, not sleeping, working in the garage every night, leaving 4 hours past when you think you're going to leave for the race, hoping to God you loaded everything you need to load, driving through the night, getting to the racetrack way too late, sleeping, waking up really early, going through tech and contingency, drinking a bunch of beers, seeing all your friends, having a good time, going to sleep late again, waking up super early for the race, racing, hopefully finishing, drink some more beers, go to sleep really late, and then drive home super early in the morning.
And then starting over this whole process to get ready for the next one.
Sometimes there's more beer, sometimes there's less beer. A lot of people don't realize this, but after a race, it's not like, oh cool, hose it off, let's go racing. No, the whole truck comes down.
Come down to chassis.
Yeah, they come down to bare chassis.
But at the end of the day, we want to be able to come to the race starting line knowing that we have touched every single nut and bolt in these trucks to make sure that we have a 100% race-ready vehicle.
But yeah, off-season there is no real off-season because racing just steps on top of each other all year long. Yeah. And if we're not racing our own trucks, we're racing with other people. The teams we race with will do the big 3 or the big 4 best in the desert races on top of us doing the big 3 or 4 snore races. So you're still looking at 8 races a year. And then when you're not racing, so you're talking off-season, it's prepping for the on-season. This new truck here, big plan is to race 6100, which is like a professional class. We're going to keep a steel cab on it with the doors opening and closing, kind of stick to our roots.
And go race best in the desert.
My wife, Paige, and my daughter, Penelope, love racing and working in the shop and doing race car stuff.
My girlfriend, Ashley, comes to the races, and she'll be down here with me until 2 in the morning.
Our family is extremely supportive of what we do, so it definitely makes it a lot easier because there really isn't much balancing. It's more of just doing it all together.
How big are you guys' Instagram followings?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're average-sized people. I don't think they're that big.